If you're not doing that, then honestly, you deserve everything that's coming to you. You heard it from me first. One-on-one is dying. Cash base is dying. Insurance is already dead. It's just a slow death for many of you.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me, my friends. I appreciate you, and I always appreciate your attention. Today, I am going to kind of just draw the line in the sand and just let you know that I think for any of you that are doing one-on-one, I believe that it is the beginning of the end for you. I believe it's for some of you, it's the end of the end, but for many of you, I believe it's the beginning of the end, and why I no longer push one-on-one treatments. I don't recommend it as your primary way to earn money anymore. And I'm going to use this podcast episode to explain why. And by the way, I'm not just talking about insurance. I'm talking about insurance. I'm talking about cash-based. I think any one-on-one treatments exclusively are a recipe for disaster long term for every single one of you. Now, some of you might be listening and you're like, whoa, 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 what's going on here, Greg? Like, maybe you're a client. Listen, you can talk to me about this privately, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, if I was starting over today, there is no way I would ever create a business in healthcare based on one-on-one service. And I'm going to give you all a few of the reasons why. Okay. So reason number one is this: our economy is changing, just like how it always changes. But the reality is that the majority, not all of you, but I would say probably about 98% of you, your clients are middle class. Your clients are middle class. And you've heard me say this before, but the middle class is becoming the new poor. Okay. You are hearing it from people, and they are feeling the squeeze. Okay. Everything is getting more expensive. Food is getting more expensive. Shelter is getting more expensive. Insurance is getting more expensive. And I'm not just talking about health insurance. I'm talking about homeowners insurance. I'm talking about car insurance. I'm talking about dental insurance. Like every single type of insurance is getting more and more and more pricey, and people's salaries, people's level of generating income is not going up in relation to the price of most goods and services. That's pretty much it. And so because of that, it's not that people don't have disposable income, but when things are tightening up, they are trying to say, hey, where can I cut? If someone is seeing you one time a week and they're seeing you because you're doing a package of, let's say it's 8 times, they're trying to figure out, how can I cut 8 to 6? It's not how I'm going to take it all away, but they're going from 8 to 6. They're going from a package of 12 to a package of 9. How can I go and by the way, that's ways that you cut, right? So it's making it harder and harder and harder and harder to be able to get not only the same amount of money from clients, but also the same amount of service interactions as well. And that's if you do things in a one-on-one way. So I know that people are looking for the result of what they can get from you, but they're looking for it in a way that is much more affordable for them. And I think one-on-one traps you. It traps you because, like, how low can you really go with one-on-one, right? If you're cash based, like, how much lower can you go to the point where you're not making any money? Okay, you're insurance based, like, and you're doing this off of volume because you're getting paid crap. How many less sessions can you really do and still make a profit? It's nearly impossible. So I just think one-on-one is just a recipe for disaster. I believe that we live in a world now where people are totally open and are willing to be able to get their care, and they're willing to get their care in ways that allow them to be able to consume it digitally. I would say for most people, anywhere between 25 to 50% of your care is through you speaking to them and educating them. There's a certain part of your care to where it is, like manual based, or it is actually, doing something on the actual client, but a lot of it is based on education and communication. That's a lot of your care. A lot of the value that you bring people is just having the accountability for them to be able to see you, for them to be able to ask you questions when they come to your facility. Okay. There are many other ways that you can do that in a digital format that allow you to be able to do that automated, or allow you to be able to do that in a one-to-many format. I also have realized that when you're doing things in a digitized way, it allows you to have even more of a personal touch with people, because for the times that you are going to see them in person, it can be even more intentional. And if you're working with them in a digital way, they are able to get more interactions with you. It might not all be in person, but they're able to get more interactions with you. There are better ways to be able to do this, you guys, to where you can charge people less. You can have much more clients. They can get more value from you than what you're giving them right now, just in a different way. And it allows you to be able to scale. I believe in scaling and not in just growing. Growing is where I'm seeing more clients, which means I'm working more hours. Scaling means I am adding more systems that allow me to see more clients that lead to either the same hours or less hours. More money, same or less hours, sign me up. Growing, more money, more work, and clients are not wanting to pay as much, I'm not for. I think one on one is just not the way to go anymore. Guys, I believe that today you can use the education that you have gotten through whatever uh, profession you're in. You're a physical therapist, occupational therapist, registered dietitian, you're a chiropractor, you're a nurse practitioner. I believe that you can use your education, and I believe you can create systems for people to be able to follow, where they can get a pretty decent result with your systems. Is it totally customized? No, it's not totally customized, but it's good enough. And I believe that if you create these systems and you create this signature system, I believe you can still do some every once in a while one-on-one work, but you can charge a much higher volume for it, because now you're cutting down the amount of availability you have one-on-one. You guys, you need to move towards this. To me, there's no other option if you are truly trying to you're trying to thrive during these times. Okay, you have to look at what the market is doing. I have made so many changes in my businesses just based off of what the market is doing, and I see so many people that are my colleagues, I guess my competitors, and they're crashing and burning. And, I think you guys know, for me, I look at this as a mission. So I try to help my competitors, because I know nobody's like me. I just like how I'm not like them. And so people have come to me and said, Greg, what are you doing? How are you making it work when so many of us are struggling? And I'm like, you guys aren't listening to the market. You're not looking at what's going on with your market. All you're concerned about is their physical ailment. You're not looking at the other aspects of their life. They're running out of money. Things are getting tighter, and you're not making appropriate adjustments in the way that you are doing business to truly serve your clients. Like, no, you're really not trying to help them. You're trying to do it in a way that's comfortable for you. And if you continue to do that, you guys are going to get screwed. You're going to get screwed. One on one is dying. It is dying. Cash base is dying. It's all dying. Insurance base, dying. Okay. So you got to find a better way. And I truly believe that if you aren't currently doing some type of productization, okay, you are not productizing your information, you are not productizing your processes, you are not communicating to people on not only your systems, but also other people's systems. You can communicate that via content. You could do that via newsletters. You can do that via membership groups. If you aren't linking up with other companies that have products that could serve your clients, uh, then you're just missing out. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to truly win in today's climate. You're being lazy. You're just lazy. You're too comfortable with your certain hell, and you're not allowing yourself to embrace the discomfort of sometimes going into an uncertain heaven. And that's what's available to us today. So, whether it is, info-based products, whether it is physical products, whether it is membership-based products, whether it is newsletters or sites that you're giving information to a certain group of people that could actually help them, and then you're adding some of those other services that I just talked about on your site, so you can make revenue. Or if you are going to see people in person, then transition to seeing them for results and not for sessions. Do solutions based. If you're not doing that, then honestly, you deserve everything that's coming to you. You heard it from me first. One-on-one is dying. Cash base is dying. Insurance is already dead. It's just a slow death for many of you. Okay. You got to move to another way. And guys, for those of you that are like, yeah, I know, Greg, I know I got to do it. I just don't know where to start. Well, I'm going to be doing the Path to Goal Challenge. I do these 5-day challenges. I'm doing it for free. I do it for free, usually 3 to 4 times a year. It's coming up this month. I believe it's March 20, whatever the Monday is, from the Monday to the Friday. I don't want to mess up the day. I think it's March 24th to 28th. I would highly advise you to sign up at pathtogoalchallenge.com. And by the end of the 5 days, you should have one of these business models set up. And if you are seeing people in person, you start to transition them to these models. And any of your new patients, you start to transition them into these models. And I'm going to show you on the challenge on how to actually do that, how to transition people that are already working with you, and how to introduce this to anybody new that is not currently working with you, but wants to work with you. You must do this because the end is near. That's it. I hope you guys take me up on it. I'm telling you right now, you got to change before it's too late. Love you guys. Till next time.